Howdy, it's me again. Time for me to check in. It's been a couple months.
We're going on vacation, ladies and gents. This is discolored. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it definitely is compared to the wall, because I thought these two paint colors are the same. It's not. And there's blue underneath, can you tell? In order to tell this story, I need to give you a full timeline of what happened. Mind you, this was back in November, so let's try to push ourselves back in November mindset. Don't tell Peyton I am using his rod as a pointing stick. So, first off, California. Does that look weird? My family was going to California for a wedding. It's my dear cousin's wedding, so we were supposed to go. However, because of all of our crazy hectic schedules, we only had about 4 days to go to California. We all currently live in Colorado, and it was supposed to be a trip with my mom, my dad, me, and my sister. We were gonna hop on a plane and fly all the way to California. And that was the plan. The plan was as follows. Wednesday, we were gonna fly to California. Thursday, we would have a full day of just fun. Friday would be another day of just fun. Saturday was supposed to be the day of the wedding, and then Sunday was supposed to be our last day before we left.
Hello. I just got off of a 8-hour shift. We have countdown is currently 11 hours. And what am I doing now for the next 4 hours? I'm gonna nap.
Wednesday, we hopped on a plane and we went all the way to California.
I get in the car with my very hairy hoodie. I am currently sitting in the passenger seat because I'm giving my dad directions to the GPS that is in front of him. Makes really no sense. He made breakfast burritos for us to snack on, and we parked our car in the designated area, and then we got on to the airport shuttle. Once getting onto the shuttle, it drove us to the airport, which we walked into the airport. I mean, obviously here, I don't know what it is. I love being in airports, even though it's crazy. Look at this glitter floor. It's crazy. It's amazing. And normally there's birds over here. There are some, if you can spot them. Kudos to you. We get past security and then we go down the escalators. If you've never been into Denver International Airport, there's these shuttles that take you to your gates because it's a big airport. It's an international airport. So we get on these shuttles and then we are currently walking to our gate, which by the way is 100 miles away. Our gate is literally the farthest away from where the escalators stop, or the shuttles. Me and my sister, we go and we get food. We get Modern Market Eatery. We get this blueberry sandwich, which that white thing in the middle, I've convinced myself it was chicken. It was not chicken, it was cheese. And this is me. Hopefully they don't throw our things around, but this is me being nosy. We're boarding our airplane. My mom's asking about Wi-Fi. I'm getting comfy. The flight wasn't completely full, so my sister and I sat with a space in between us. It was really nice, and it was currently 7:13. And then we're lifting off. Something about flying in an airplane is my favorite thing, especially liftoff, when you're like, you get that whole funny stomach feeling. And flying at night is really fun because you get to see all the city lights. We land in California, and at this point I'm tired. I went to work. There was a lot of things in between, and we get to the airport. There's a lot of yarn art, which was kind of crazy to look at. It kind of looks like silly string, but it's awesome. I love it. It's great. And then we get to our rental car, and this is our car for the week. This is my home for my butt for the next week, and here are my shoes again. I'm exhausted. We're checking out the hotel room. It's all right. It wasn't a great hotel room, but it was fine for what we needed, which we weren't in it for very long.
My sister and I decided on Thursday we were going to go to Disneyland. At the same time, when we were at Disneyland, my parents were la-di-daing and shopping by themselves.
This was my Disney fit for the day. It was comfortable. It was fun. I have this little side bag and it was great. But however, it was November and it was a little chilly because it was first thing in the morning. We wanted to get there as soon as possible. There was this weird truck with this lady on it. My dad dropped us off at downtown Disney. At the time, In the car, me and my sister planned to get food. So we made our food order and we walked through to the beginning of the parks. This was so nostalgic for me. I love being at Disney. Walt Disney, of course, because it was after season. These little crunk things, they're so cute. I wanted to buy one so bad. But the plan was I needed to get ears, and I got them. We got the Scarlet Witch ones, something I've been looking at online for a while. And then we went to Galaxy's Edge to go eat. These are the Ronto rosters, and they were delicious. This is the wrap, and then the Ronto-less garden wrap. And the kimchi one, the one with the kimchi in, delicious. So good. Tatiana's Bayou Adventure was opening literally the next day. We missed it by one single day. It was kind of upsetting for the both of us, but it was fine. We went to Indiana Adventure for our first stop because we knew that was going to be a long line. Pirates of the Caribbean was next. And then we went to Thunder Mountain. Thunder Mountain was one of my favorites. We did a fast pass, but it was for 9:30. So we waited around for about 5 minutes. We got these spicy pickles for when we waited in line for Rise of the Resistance. Me and my sister walked over, and by the way, she got really mad at me because I was squeezing the pickle juice out of the pickle bag because there was so much pickle juice. It was disturbing. And so this was my first time going to Rise. Rise is one of those newer rides because I haven't been to Disney in a long time. This was really cool with all the stormtroopers. And since we were in Galaxy's Edge, we figured we might as well finish everything that was here. And we saw R2-D2 and his handler. And we went to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I haven't ever been in this either. All these buttons were really nice. We went to NASA years ago, like this thing in Texas, and they had all these clicky buttons. That was amazing. Docking Bay 7 cold brew coffee. That was delicious. Something about those Cocoa Puffs on it. Delicious. Right after that, we went ahead and got our blue milk. Blue milk over green milk any day, right? I wanted to try both because I've never had both, but blue over green, 100%. That was delicious. So already being over there, we ran to Space Mountain because it was a shorter timeline. I will tell you, around this time was the best time to get tickets. We went to Space Mountain and then we went to Astro Blasters because it was right next door. It was great. Astro Blasters is always fantastic to do, right? But I didn't realize that I suck at this game and I need help, honestly. Following up with that, we went to Star Tours because we already did a bunch of Star Wars things. We stopped at Matterhorn, and right before that, I got a brand new pair of Loki ears. I was really excited to get those. Some pictures in front of the castle as well. And then we stopped by the teacups, and we went to Autotopia or something. I don't even remember. And then we stopped by Finding Nemo submarine. This was fun. This was great. I love the submarine. And it was really funny because we were going down, and me and my sister were wearing these pins, and it was like the sister trip thing, and the guy was like, girls trip. It was really cute. Darling Journey, I don't really understand. This is the Pinocchio ride, but Darling, is that not Wendy's like last name? We stopped and ended up getting food because we were starving. It was like, I don't remember what time it was during the day, but we had done so many rides during the day, and this Finch was eating this Dove candy. We went shopping for a while. We stopped with the rides to go shopping. Oh my god. I can't open this thing. What could it be? Oh my god. I can't. Or Dale. I don't know.
Either one of them.
I forgot. They're both.
How did I open it so slowly? Oh! Hey! Matching!
Oh, that was so easy. Donald?
That's crazy! How?
Show me yours, show me yours.
Oh.
dry ass hand. What are you doing? Followed up on the shopping, a churro. Can't miss the churro. We love a good churro. And then we ended up getting beignets, and trying to find the window for pickup for beignets took us so long to figure that out. These were Mickey Mouse shaped, adorable, and they were delicious. Of course, I am a sucker for beignets. And so we ended up doing a fast pass for Mickey's Railroad, and it took like pretty much all day for our tickets to go through. We got on this train to take us to Toontown as fast as possible. It was really nice. I really liked it. I've never been on this train, but it was kind of fun. It rides around the whole park if you didn't already know. I think it was really nice to actually like sit down because we were kind of running all over the place for a while. It was nice. We actually made it to Toontown, and it was really nice. I haven't been to Toontown in years, and as far as I remember, it was very kiddish and all that stuff. And literally, I probably haven't been there since I was a child. We went through this Mickey Mouse Railroad thing. It was so fun. And then we went to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and that was fun too. I like these little carts. And by the time we got out, it was pretty dark, but we had a few more things that we had to do. We had a few fast pass things as well. But we made it back to the main part of like, I can't even remember. And then we stopped at Toad, and then we also did Peter Pan. Right after that, we did Matterhorn, and we also did Indiana, which both were not in this video for whatever reason. Didn't take any pictures. Right after that, we did the Haunted Mansion. This was the Halloween edition, and this was so cool. Can I just tell you, I mean, for somebody who's done the Haunted Mansion just normally, seeing how everything is when it turns into the Halloween version of this was so cool. And it was worth the wait. We were literally in a queue all day. We probably threw ourselves in the queue around like 8 or so. And then we didn't even get in until probably about 6 p.m. And mind you, it is November, so it gets a lot darker, a lot faster. But this was really cool. However, the ride did stop a couple times. Right after that, we went and watched the fireworks and the water show. This was really cool. I heard that they got rid of it, but obviously not. We could see the fireworks from the castle. We could also see the water display as well. It was snowing in California. Can you believe that? This was such like a magical time to be here because we had the snow, we had the lights. It was so like Christmassy themed. It was nice. It was lovely. It was so fun. It was a great day. And then me and my sister waited for my parents. They ran out of these corn dogs. We were so sad.
Friday came around and we were all supposed to go shopping together. Just explore kind of thing. This one, he fell sick. So it was just the 3 girls. We went to a bunch of places, Pop Mart being one of them. The addiction starts here.
This was my first outfit before I had to change out of it because it was cold. It was cold. And so I'm so grateful that my sister let me borrow her jacket. We drove past this Bob Burger place every single day. It was kind of fun. It was vintage. It was cute. Me and my sister ate here. My mom wasn't feeling very hungry, so she didn't end up eating. And my dad, he was feeling sick, so we wanted to leave him. We asked him if he wanted to be left. He wanted to be left. We came up with a plan that we were gonna essentially allow him to stay in the hotel room because he wasn't feeling good anyways. We stopped at DaVinci and we got this sesame latte. I did not like it as much as I will like some other things. This is full of tar. We went to the Asian garden market. This was a lot of fun. There was a lot of fun little knickknacks and stuff, and everything was really fun. And I fell over here, and this man stared at me while I fell. I wanted to reenact it, but I got lazy. We stopped at a Gundam store, but it wasn't anything that I was looking for. Peyton wanted 30-minute missions, but I couldn't find any. Look at all these pigeon doves. We went to this area which had a lot of K-pop stuff, and this was great. This kind of fed into my K-pop addiction like crazy. Going down this area, it was so cold, and I'm glad I put on more clothes. Literally, there was multiple K-pop stores. This was fantastic. This was so fun. There was all these albums and light sticks and covers and stuff, and I couldn't resist not buying anything. So I went ahead and bought stuff. There was also these cute little pin stores with plushies and stuff, just a bunch of stuff. And I couldn't help but try to figure out, like, I didn't know what to buy my friends and my family and all that stuff. I love this. I ended up buying this for one of my friends back at home, and all these figures. And look at this, Squid Ink mozzarella dogs. Interesting. I am not somebody who would want to try that. This was my first time in Miniso. Miniso was actually a lot of fun. My sister was showing me all these different places and stuff, and a lot of this stuff was her showing me. So being in Miniso for the first time, this was really cool. We ended up going to another store, and they had these gachapons, and this is what I wanted so badly, and now I regret not buying enough. I ended up only getting 2 of these gachapons, and they are these little Gundam figures that are sitting and they're waiting for you, is what they're called, and they're very cute. I ended up getting this as well because it was something that you build. It was for Peyton. We went to the mall, and the only reason we went to the mall was for Pop Mart. We stopped by, oh my god, what is this? I wanted to try this. I didn't know that Ding Ta Fung was in this mall. And are these hand-pulled noodles? This was crazy. I really wish we would have spent more time in this mall, but we had no time. We went into Pop Mart, and this is where everything kind of started, right? This is me kind of figuring out the store, and now looking at it, I'm currently in February. I kind of wish I would have bought more, but whatever. We went to Yup Duck, which everybody told me that this place was really spicy, really hot. My mom was tired at this point. She was being dragged all over California for our needs. I've never been here before, but both my mom and my sister have, and this was so fun, but it was so spicy. I can't even remember what we got, but I remember like the star anise like flavor in this bowl was so like prominent and stuff. I think if we ever did this again, I probably wouldn't get that flavor because they like really pushed it in your face. This was my haul for the day. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's so funny. All the little figures and stuff.
Saturday, the day of the wedding. We all go to the wedding. It was great. It was fantastic. However, this one starts feeling sick. I actually was feeling sick the day before. Back in Colorado, this one, we'll call her patient 0. She was coming out of a little bit of something. Father started coughing and getting sick as well. So Thursday wasn't great for him. He ended up being in the hotel room. He did go do stuff with my mother on that Thursday, but he ended up in the hotel room most of the day. Friday, he felt really ill, and he stayed in the hotel room practically all day while us 3 girls went and did other stuff. Mind you, this whole day, I'm sitting in the car and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling kind of a tickle in my throat. I'm feeling a little sick, but I knew once I started talking about it and it was out in the world that I was actually going to get really sick. 5 p.m. I confide in this one to tell her my throat kind of feels a little off. This was the start of my downfall. That Thursday, I was feeling a little ill. It was kind of coming on. It wasn't super duper bad or anything like that. Saturday morning, we went to church. I felt it. I was so tired. I was kind of dozing off in church. It was not great. Back to the hotel room, and we kind of just hung out. I believe I took a nap at this point.
I can't believe this camera angle, but I'm leaving it in. So this is my first dragon fruit of this day, or just in general, this whole trip. I love dragon fruit, but this wasn't immediately like delicious or anything like that. I just love dragon fruit. I put on my Disney sweater and we went to go get food before we had to get ready for the wedding. We also stopped by DaVinci to get more coffee. I love DaVinci. And so this time, my sister got something last time and it was delicious. So it just like was something that I became absolutely addicted to. The coconut coffee. The coconut coffee is absolutely delicious. This was a lot of fun. We went almost every single day after the whole Disney trip, but this was good. Delicious. It was kind of darker roast and it was really good. This was my favorite food place. It's called Cam Tam. It's broken rice and it's Vietnamese and we loved it. My mom was opening up the wrong door and I don't know why she acts like this because we go all the time. And Yes, anyways, so our plan was we were gonna get food, we were gonna get back to the hotel room, we were gonna go get ready. My mom was braiding my hair, I believe. Something was happening. Everybody was doing my hair while I just got to sit there. And I was struggling, okay? I was getting sick, I was coughing, I was snotting, I didn't feel great. And this was my dress. And this is how I felt. I looked beautiful, but I did not feel great. This was inside the church. And this was really beautiful too.
This is the sickest I've felt so far. I think today's supposed to be my day to be the sickest I can.
My parents wanted to go to church before we went to the wedding reception, and the sun was setting. We essentially spent the entire day doing wedding stuff. By the time we got out of church, there was these cats by our hotel room, and I was so close to petting them, but my mom scared them off. And this was a wedding reception. It was a lot of fun. We were drinking. I don't know how many glasses of drink we had, but it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed ourselves. My sister was actually 21, so we can actually drink stuff. This was the menu. This was an extremely fun wedding, but I wish I wasn't sick because it did damper my funness.
On a count of three, everyone please join me with the loudest congratulations ever.
I'm not even gonna look at the menu. I remember this is some sort of soup. It was delicious. I ate everything. Normally I am kind of picky on what I was eating, but everything was delicious. I had these coconut shrimp or whatever. That was delicious. This was some sort of lobster. Vietnamese wedding food, like the central antithesis of it. It was great. We also had this ice cream bar that was outside that was kind of cool. And this was me coming home to the hotel room dead. Last and final day, we were packing up our stuff to leave. My parents bought a laundry basket. Why did they buy a laundry basket? We were only going to be there for about 4 days. Can you tell me why my parents are insane? It's probably my mom, let's be honest. I didn't realize that there was these birds of paradise sitting outside of our hotel room this entire time. It was so beautiful. We packed our stuff. We packed our car full of stuff. We ended up getting another suitcase as well. And guess what? Guess where we went? Davin, you're right. This should be our last cup of coffee. This was delicious, and I am a sucker for these cups, so I kept wanting to buy them, but I decided not to. We went to the family reunion. There was a fire going on. There's these, I don't know what they're called in English, but anyways, me and my sister left the family reunion. It was pretty early, so there wasn't a lot of people there anyways, but me and my sister left. We went to the mall. Guess what we were doing there? Back to Pop Mart. It was the last day. There was no way we weren't going to go. And so it was kind of nice just being able to just be me and my sister and driving around in California. Speaking of which, I was terrified to drive around in California, but it really wasn't that bad. And so we were at this Airbnb. This is some Jello. It's like coffee, Jello or whatever. Our entire car was packed full of these suitcases. This day was kind of tough for me because I was so tired and so fatigued, and I was so ready to go home at this point because I was feeling so sick. There was a family reunion. I fell asleep there, and we essentially left to go to the airport, and we sat there, and look at that, it's already at nighttime out, and I'm dead, by the way. I had to get some magnets for our fridge because I collect magnets now. I didn't know where that come from. I think my sister bought me some once, and then I just started collecting them. We had some airplane snacks. We walked through the airport once again, and by the beautiful art. This was kind of like, I don't know, being in the airport and being sick was not great, and I just wanted to sit down on the plane and just knock out for the next couple hours until we got home. And then from there, I want to knock out from the car to getting home. Looking back at it now, this was a really fun trip. I just wish I didn't get sick because I do think about it back now, and I think about how much fun I had on this trip, but I also think about when I got sick and how crappy I felt the entire time and all that stuff. And then anyways, we made it back to Colorado. We were on the shuttle and we were trying to make it back to our car. And this is where the footage kind of ends. We got our bags and then we make it home. This was me the next day. I was sick. I called out of work. And this was the start of sickcation.
I'm not feeling well.